Hello, my good friends out there. I remain Dr. D.I. June, your lecturer on chemistry on social media. For quite some time, I've been off air for some reasons best known to me. And I welcome you all to this new year, 2025. Today, we are starting again. Let us see what we have on the board here to discuss with. We have the periodic table. The periodic table. This is a very important topic also in chemistry lectures as far as chemistry is concerned. Because of time factor, I will read what I have and then where necessary, I will explain. What's a periodic table? It is the arrangement of elements in the order of increasing atomic number with similar elements falling in the same vertical group. I take it again. Periodic table is the arrangement of elements in the order of increasing atomic numbers with similar elements falling in the same vertical groups. Of course, we know there are so many elements in the periodic table. Some are metals, while others are non-metals. These elements were discovered at different times or different period of times. And that is why they are numbered serially as they appear in the periodic table. Hydrogen was the very first element to be discovered, followed by helium, lithium, beryllium, and so on and so forth. Precisely in 1869, a Russian scientist by name Mendeleev was the very first person to arrange these elements in a periodic table. He constructed a periodic table. So the serial numbers of each element is also the atomic number of the corresponding element. The periodic table is divided into 8 vertical columns, which are called groups, and 7 horizontal rows, which are called periods. The vertical groups are numbered from 1 to 7 and 0 in Roman figures. Elements in the same vertical group have the same number of electrons in their outermost shells of the atoms. That is, they have the same number of valence electrons or valency. Hydrogen per se does not fit into any group, but for convenience sake, it is placed in group 1 because of the single electron it has. In group 0, helium has 2 electrons, while the other elements still under group 0 have a valency of 8 electrons. Now, the horizontal columns or periods are numbered from 1 to 7. Elements in these periods have the same number of electron shells. That is, elements, for example, in period 2 have 2 shells. Look at it here. K shell, L shell. If you know the atomic structure of elements, we have K, L, M, N, P, O, and that's continuous. So the very shell closest to the nucleus is the K cell. The next is L, the next is M, and so forth and so forth. So I say it again here. The horizontal periods are numbered from 1 to 7, and that elements in the same period have the same number of what? Electron shells. That is, if elements are in period 2, it means they have 2 electron shells, like I put on the board here, K and L shells. And if elements are occurring in period 3, it means they have 3 electron shells, so on and so forth. So the number of valence electrons, in other words, the electrons in the outermost shells of atoms, increases progressively by 1 across a period from left to right. If you have a periodic table as a chart, if you are facing it yourself from your left to right, you will see that any number of elements occurring in that period, in a particular period, either group period 2 or period 3 or period 1, you will discover that the same number of electrons will progressively increase by 1 across the table. Now, from among the elements in period 6 and period 7, there are elements which we group as the lanthanides and the actinides, respectively. Between group 6 and group 7, there are certain elements which we call the lanthanides and also the actinides. Now, as a chemistry student, you should know also that these are also called the inner transition elements. The lanthanides and the actinides are generally known as the inner transition elements. When we go into the type of blocks we have in the periodic table, we'll discuss better more than that. Now, there are 4 main blocks in the periodic table. 4 main blocks in the periodic table. 1, the S block. This block contains elements in group 1 and 2. Then we have the P block. This block contains the elements in groups 3 to 7 and group 0. We have the D block. The D block contains the elements that make up the 3 transition elements. We have what is called the first 3 transition elements. So the D block contains them. Then the F block contains the lanthanides and the actinides. So as a chemistry student, you are expected to know the atomic number, the symbols, and atomic mass of the first 20 elements on the periodic table compulsorily. So elements in the same group have similar chemical properties. So please like it, comment, and please access my YouTube and follow. Thank you.